We are streaming from Locally Lit, the newest venture for the team over at Shop Monterey. We're here with Johnny Wicks.
Hello.
The candle maker extraordinaire and just overall entrepreneur that we've been hanging out with since the beginning of the shop.
Yeah, day ones.
Thanks for joining us. And of course, C's here, my co-host, back again.
Yes.
So here we are, Locally Lit, man. How you feeling about it?
It's been a journey.
Yeah?
Yeah, finally, doors are open. Just need some people to come through. So come on down.
Yeah, we're going to get people in here for sure.
Where are we at? Downtown Monterey?
Yeah, one street over from Alvarado, next to Paris Bakery.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, it smells good here all the time.
Yeah.
Candles and bread doesn't get any better than
that. Yeah. So how did this whole thing come about? Talk about the journey.
So one day I was home alone, bored, and just decided I want to do a new hobby. So I was like, Googled and YouTube candles, and started off with essential oils, and those are not very good at candle making. And then I just gift them to my regulars at the bar I was working at in Carmel, and they said I should join this church fair. So I made a bunch of candles, and then COVID hit, and then the shop was in the process of being made, and then started selling out of there and on Etsy, and then from there it just snowballed, and now I'm here.
Yeah. No, it seems like right from the get-go, your candles were super popular.
Yeah.
Like people were eating them up right away.
Yeah. The clothing line I had, Basic Boys Club, was doing all right, but the candles was making more money, so I stuck with the candles.
Okay. So, tell me about like how you started your own businesses. Like, did you start with Basic Boys, or have you always kind of been?
No, I started off with the Basic Boys. It was we're driving up to a game somewhere, I think in Sacramento. Like a bunch of teammates and I were just joking around about it. And then I was like serious, and then so when I started talking about pricing for like trademarks and all, everyone else backed out. So I just went on it by myself, and then was doing really well.
Nice. Yeah, I remember the first time I met you actually was at Other Brothers. They had like a little pop-up where they were having vendors in there.
Oh yeah.
And you had the mugs. I remember you did what, like the laser etched mugs or something.
Oh yeah, it was
Was it laser etched?
No, it wasn't laser. It was in like etching cream.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember meeting you and you were like, "Hey, what's up?" Like it's so quick. And I mean, I'm the same way, so it was like both of us like, "Oh, okay." And then little did I know we'd be working together
collabing on candles and all that fun stuff.
It's crazy how I've met everyone here. Even you. It's
Yeah.
always at like pop-up. I was
It was
at Other Brothers too.
Yeah, it was at
Other Brothers brought
say.
us together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you always been in Monterey, or you grew up somewhere else?
I grew up in Orange County, but I was born in Salinas.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Monterey, early 90s wasn't the ideal spot for me, so they shipped me to Orange County.
Shipped you to Orange County.
I was a real life problem child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dennis the Menace had nothing on me.
Wait, so how long have you been back here?
2012.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, I moved here in 2013, at the end of 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I moved to Salinas.
It's a trap town here. Like you leave, but you always come back.
Yeah.
Everyone I know always comes back.
I could feel that here.
I haven't left.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice here as far as mellow. You don't have to deal with too much of the craziness.
There's nothing to do though.
I mean, we're making things to do now.
Oh yeah, true.
That's
how
where we come in.
Yeah, that's how we figure that out.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. You were just bored at home looking for a hobby, and you're like, candles.
Yep.
Yeah, what took you to candles?
I'm like, wait.
I just typed in like do-it-yourself projects, and like candles was up on the list, and it was just like, oh, that's easy. I can go to Michael's and get that stuff right now.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, there is an art to it, of course, and there you can get creative, and there's different ways of doing it and stuff. But it's just so. I mean, I know you from the like Basic Boys, you know. So it went from Basic Boys to like.
It's candles.
To me, I mean, it's what sort of.
Well, yeah, it's like candles not that hard. It's just like get the wax, find the fragrance, and like but it's like the real art is like making your own blends and the titles.
It's the brand, really, huh?
So like it's easy like to go buy a lavender fragrance oil and call the candle lavender, but it's just like okay, like from there everyone can do that, but just like come up with like crazy names. Like my number one selling fragrance is Dark Soul. Can't tell you what's in it because someone might be listening. But and I have one at Saturday morning cartoons and it smells like Fruit Loops. So I named it Saturday morning cartoons because my generation we'd wake up Saturday mornings, get your bowl of cereal, and just like watch cartoons all day. So.
I didn't get to do it all day, but
after your chores were done.
Yeah.
So I'm working on the newest one was Who Loves Orange Soda, and if you watched all that growing up, Kenan and Kel. So that was that one.
I think that's really cool how you like tie it to childhood. It's like nostalgic for people.
Yeah, it's like I think they say smell is like the number one memory trigger.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh wow! Now I'm like, let me go, let me go smell everything here.
So talk to us about the whole do-it-yourself candle bar making setup here. You got what can people come in and do?
So you can come in, pick your own container, and your blends. I'll help you like make the blends. Stay together, basically. Like, just don't do nothing too crazy, like tobacco and like sugar or something like that. I don't know how that would
Tobacco, sugar.
Yeah, we try to like make it family friendly, fun. All ages. The other day I had my niece and sister come in. My niece is 10, and then my little nephew's 2, I think, and he helped make a candle. As long as the kids can follow directions and like don't burn themselves, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just like a cool little spot to hang out, do some on-hand crafting.
So how long does it take to make a candle? The whole process?
The whole process takes about 2 hours. 40 to 30 minutes just to pick the fragrance and the container, and then once like you blend your fragrance and if you want to add sparkles and stuff like that, it's an hour and a half cool period where you have to wait till the candles solidifies enough to transport it. And then so with that we try to like get them to play games or eat at the local restaurants around. Some of them offer a discount if you tell me that you're from here, came from locally lit.
Nice.
Halloween we're doing a Wicks and Treats where you come make cauldron candles and watch the classic Halloween movies like Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice. It's all day. 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Nice. We'll also be doing our own little raffle.
Oh yeah.
With so these candles here is a collaboration that me and Johnny started last year. I've done a bunch of wood burnings of the Halloween horror icons, and so now we have 6, right? There's 6. He's done a fragrance that's unique to each piece of artwork. And literally last night I just finished the one for this year, which is going to be Candyman. And so you already said it's going to be like a honey.
It's going to be honey, probably mixed with something else, but honey will be the base. Those of you who know Candyman, you understand. If not, you gotta go watch it.
And then you'll understand.
You gotta go watch the original though, 1992.
Yeah, yeah, it'll take you back. It's got that 80s, 90s kind of corniness to it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. Actually.
But yeah, we're gonna do a raffle of the original art pieces. I got 3 left. I got Michael Myers, Chucky, and now Candyman, along with Johnny's candles. So look out for that on social media. Coming probably we'll start it Monday. So look out for that if you want to get in on that. We're probably gonna do $10 raffle tickets, and you'll get a candle, a print, and the original. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of horror, like who is your guys' favorite slasher movie character, and who are you scared of?
I have to say that Chucky has been in my dreams, and that's probably the.
He's been in your dreams?
He's been in my dreams.
The man,
yes,
the man of your
multiple
dreams?
times. Well, not like terrifying me, you know? I think that one is probably it for me.
Okay.
Mine was Candyman.
Was
Candyman,
Yeah, it was Candyman.
it? Huh. I haven't seen that one. I haven't.
It was like a black serial killer type. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
I
could have been
remember.
my neighbor.
Yeah, I
Growing up.
remember watching Candyman really young, and I just remember the Candyman.
Yeah.
Like, so my cousin would always. I had a crazy cousin, Natalie, and she would always like make us do crazy things, and she's like, "Let's do the Candyman." I was like, "What the hell's that?" And she's like, "Oh, we'll go in the bathroom, turn off the lights, and then just say it 5 times into the mirror." I remember we did that at her house, and like her brother, I guess, was in on it. And so we're in the bathroom doing that. And then when we got to the last time, he like comes in, bangs on the door, and we're just like, ah!
Wait, isn't there like a Bloody Mary thing about that too?
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Okay, Candyman.
I think Chucky was my second because, like, remember growing up, the My Buddy doll?
Yeah.
It looked just like Chucky.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like there was my.
Isn't that what it was kind of based off
I
of?
think, like
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch, a little hybrid.
My family was so fun. They got a look-alike of Chucky, wrapped it in the Christmas presents, and all of us lost our minds. We were all kids. I mean, it's just like dolls are terrifying already.
Oh, I know. Especially the older ones.
Yeah,
Those
and,
all dummy dolls are.
and then there were sequels
ventriloquist.
to that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the newest one was horrible.
Yeah, I mean all the remakes have been terrible.
Yeah, but
no?
the new.
Candyman was actually pretty
Yeah, Candyman was actually good, though.
Oh really?
Yeah, they tied it back to the beginning,
Yeah.
the 92 one. But they have a Chucky TV series that's pretty decent.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
On
well,
Sci-Fi or something?
I think it's USA.
Okay.
What?
I watched the first little episode. It's pretty
Holes?
Huh?
Holes?
Holes? That's good.
I'd say though the one that terrified me was Freddy, just because he could
dream?
reach you in the dreams. I remember that used to mess with me.
Well, I don't sleep that much anyway, so sorry, Freddie.
I think
Mike Myers is also. That's like one of my.
He's an icon,
Yeah, he's an icon. He's never gonna die.
Never has to run. And will never die.
I still think they should do a Mike Myers versus Jason movie.
That would be a good one. I'm surprised they haven't. Because the Freddy versus Jason was
Yeah, it was alright.
alright.
who won?
Jason. Actually, no. Well, yeah, he took Freddy's head off, but then Freddy's head was still alive.
Yeah, I don't think there was a
There was no sequel. It was that horrible.
winner.
I think the worst Jason was Jason Goes to Space. I don't know what they were doing with that one.
Wasn't Ice Cube in that? I feel
Or
like-
Ice-T. One of the Ices was in it.
Yeah, maybe both.
Ice-T was in it, yeah. No, I'm definitely way behind in all these. I'm like, no.
Have you always been into horror films and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my brother was, my whole family was fanatics growing up, so I wasn't personally tied to them that much, but because I grew up in it, I know all of them, and
Yeah.
as I've gotten older, I've got more appreciation for it. But as a kid, I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, nowadays it's just like all the horror movies are just like gory. They're not even scary.
Yeah.
It's just straight gore.
Yeah.
I think the last good one I saw it's called Goodnight Mama. It's like a foreign film. It's like suspenseful thriller. It's on Amazon. It's a good one.
Good night, mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while a good one comes out, but it's usually, like they just it's too easy now to make it super gory and just get that shock value rather than actually take the time to scare people.
Yeah.
Like that takes some effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays we live in a scary world as it is. Like, what else is scary out there? I don't know.
There's ways. There's ways.
There's ways.
I'm kind of curious of that new Paranormal Activity that they're gonna do.
I'll probably watch
Amish.
it just to watch it.
We'll see if that.
Is that the
holds
one
up.
that was like recorded through like a camera on the corner of a house? Like the night, I don't know, night scenes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that in theaters.
There's like 12 of them now, I think.
Oh, okay. No,
There's
I'm
a
thinking
lot
like the
of them.
very first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I just watched the first one the other day with my brother, and still,
Still holds?
it's got some creepy moments.
I think the last good one I watched was Darkness Falls. Like the Tooth Fairy one.
Darkness Falls.
Like that was like the last good suspenseful, like jumpy, scary movie I watched.
I know that name. I don't think I saw it though. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
How do you feel about American Horror Story?
It got like the first two were good, and after that it's just I don't know, cloud chasing. I think Covenant was Freak Show was my favorite one.
Oh, that one is 4. That's the 4th season.
Yeah, that was Freak Show was like the best.
I just asked because they've been tying in more like real life serial killers into things, and like I don't know, it's.
I like that. I like how they're doing that. The hotel one
Right.
was cool because my cousin told me all about like
the real hotel.
the real hotel
Oh, yeah,
that it was about.
that thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Right, so that's why I'm like, how do you feel about that one? Yeah, I kind of wait for seasons to come out so I can watch them. I don't follow along.
Is there new ones coming out?
Oh yeah. There's like
I
there's
lost
like
track.
2 seasons I haven't seen. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
I lost
9
track
seasons.
after Freak Show. Actually, I stopped kind of.
Oh.
It was just weird, like how like when we were kids, we had to wait a week to watch the next episode.
Yeah.
And now they can just binge watch it in a day.
Well, they're trying to start that again. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like new shows, they're just releasing them one episode at a time now.
I think right now I'm watching Wu-Tang.
How is that?
That show's good.
I've been kind of hesitating on that, just because I don't want to keep jumping into new things. But
Wait, there's like a list. There's like a whole week worth of shows that I'm in.
too much now, man. There's just so many things to watch. It's like if you want to watch everything, you'll never have a life.
Yeah.
I don't know. You gotta get Paramount.
Paramount.
They got all the new old school Nickelodeon.
No way.
Yeah.
I had it for a second, just a free trial.
Oh yeah, so you can watch was that Silent Place too?
Silent Place.
Yeah. That is it
Oh, I know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the week trial just to watch the movie.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was good, but then like I found out that you can get all the old school Nickelodeon.
And you were like,
So you're like-
subscribe.
Yeah,
That's how they get you.
they got me.
Isn't it crazy that like everything has its own streaming service now? It's like it used to be cable, and now
Yeah, no one has cable now.
now you just have to buy every platform.
Actually,
Cable and landlines are just out now.
Who has a landline anymore?
Grandmas.
yeah, true.
Joey's got a landline. Yeah, that's a crazy
I
thing.
just saw a meme that was like, oh, I'm so glad I canceled my $60 cable subscription to get $200 worth of streaming services.
You all right?
Yeah.
Hey, we might have a guest jumping on real quick here.
Ooh.
Yeah, if we could set up.
Pull up.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is his episode.
We got the other owner of Locally Lit here,
Ooh.
The bun herself.
the bun herself.
No, I had cake for breakfast.
Come on, get over here.
Yeah. I was gonna say, does she just want to
Jess
hop on this?
Ansberry has graced us with her presence.
Sorry, I meant not to do.
All right, stand by.
Oh God, sorry. I just came by to.
No, he gave me one job to not bump the mic because it blows his ears, and I just did that. So sorry. So sorry.
Sorry, Joey.
I got a ticket.
You're gonna take it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it disputed though.
I got 2 in one day.
Well, no, because
Oh,
there was a
man.
bus accident on Tyler, so I'm gonna say I couldn't get there because the bus was blocked. The traffic was
There you
blocked.
go.
Yeah, I'm like, you contest that.
Oh, we're on.
Oh,
This is live.
we're telling everyone here's how you contest it. You just get off the bus.
No, I mean it's true.
Me? What's this?
Your
A
parking.
parking pass.
Oh, very
Real
cool.
deal, right?
Don't say I never gave you
garage?
anything.
God, thank you.
So how's it going?
Good.
Yeah? You getting ready for your trip?
I'm getting ready for my trip. I'm going to Greece on Saturday
Wow.
to watercolor for 13 days.
That is awesome.
Dream come true. Wow. Yeah. When I started watercoloring, I was like, I'm gonna go to Greece someday and watercolor. Like the first little lesson I took, and I had never thought about Greece probably in my life. And then when I got a thing that said that shirt is amazing. When I got an email that said, oh, we changed the trip to Greece, I was like, yeah, there you go.
Where was it before?
It was going to be in France, and it was like the month that the shutdown happened. So.
Oh, okay. So Greece is open, but France isn't.
France is. Greece did a really great job keeping COVID numbers down, and we can travel privately when we're there. In France, everything's trained, all this different stuff,
okay.
and so we can be a little safer, I think, in Greece. We can do like a little bus, and everything's like kind of out in the open and in the air, so yeah.
Sweet. Well, I'm super excited for
So,
you.
yeah.
So let's talk about Johnny here.
Yeah.
We heard his side of the story. How'd you
Oh, God.
come up?
Oh, I can only imagine.
No, we haven't gone that far into it, to be honest.
I was thinking about Johnny on the way over here, and I was like, where did Johnny come from? And there's a couple things I think about when I think about Johnny. Like, one, the first time I met him was like one of the first days we got into the shop, and he showed up and was like, I'm donating a shop back to the shop, and you guys let me know whatever you need. He started like tearing down walls and doing stuff, and then the other one is, if you are walking down the street with Johnny, without even noticing, he will slowly move you into the inside of the sidewalk so that he's on the outside in case any cars come or whatever. And I'm sorry, like everything about Johnny, those two things, I'm like, that says so much about somebody, like down to the core, right? It's like the little but real things about somebody. And so it's been really cool getting to know Johnny around the shop. I mean, he's been around there more than we have sometimes, you know. Yeah, and I don't know, finally he was like, are we doing this or what? Are we starting something or not? And he was like, yeah, what are we starting? I don't know, well, let's go find a place and figure it out. And he has a very clear vision of like his part of it and what he wants it to be, which I love. And I don't know, Johnny's just one of those guys that's like successful with anything because of who he is. It could be anything, you know. So I think right now we're in that like, you know, when you start a business, it's like mental and financial Jenga at the beginning.
Yeah.
You're like pulling from here to stack a little bit, and eventually you start stacking faster than pulling. But it's like, I don't know. I just think it's a really great business model, and it's a great group of business partners that I think it's gonna, and the community's so fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic, you know.
Yeah. It's so crazy that so many of us that are associated with the shop, it's like we all met there. Like you said, you just met him when you guys were starting there. When people ask us, they're like, oh, you guys must have known each other for years. And like most of us have just gotten to know each other over the past year and a half, 2 years tops.
Really, it has not been a long time. And I think it's pretty cool that we get to be a group of people that, as everything shut down and in theory got smaller, like it sort of opened up our worlds even more. And I don't know, being in shutdown with a bunch of people in a shop, you get to know each other. I mean, you know, no one's going everywhere and doing a million things. Everyone's there working on whatever it is to just make things work through a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And then so many things have come out of that. It's like my business, I feel like, got smaller for a second, but really it opened up. Like this whole time has opened up what, like my reach and what I can actually do, like through hanging out with all you guys at the shop and now here, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So who did you meet first, Johnny? That brought you to the shop?
Chris.
It was Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris was printing my clothing, and he thought I was like a one job and done situation, but he stuck with me.
Yeah. And then you ended up doing embroidery there for a second.
Yeah,
huh?
for a minute, and then like I said, like candles took over everything. Like I didn't have time to learn the embroidery machine.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Jeez, I'm like, how many of these endeavors are under? Like,
There's
yeah, I
a lot.
remember that part too.
Johnny's showing.
That's a mess up.
He's gonna be doing embroidery.
Yeah.
Joey wears that hat so proudly.
Let me get you a good one, Joey. Dang.
Send dog pics.
No,
like-
it just says send dog. Like,
If you look at it though, it's like all the.
I was teaching Patrick how to do it, and then so like there's like the send dog one. There's like part of the bee. It's just all over the place.
It's got like the
string.
The strings just hanging.
That's so good.
He's like, I'm never changing it. I'm just gonna leave it like this.
Oh, okay, strings. For a minute I was like, does Joey
Lace?
know he's got like
No.
pizza cheese hanging down? I don't know what I thought. Like, Joey eating? What's he doing?
I had a lot of little side adventures.
Starting a new style. He said he's all Johnny. Can you make me more?
So good.
That's funny. I went from vinyl to clothing to embroidery to sugar scrubs. I still do those.
Sugar scrubs.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I do a lot of stuff.
You're still doing the incense?
Oh yeah, the incense. That's the newest edition.
Car air fresheners?
Car fresheners, room diffusers, room sprays.
How do you do it? As far as like, because I know now just recently you don't have a job anymore, but you were doing all that with a job.
Yeah,
And like, how do you find the time to do everything?
I don't sleep.
And he plays football and he helps it all.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Still
And
playing
he like
football.
volunteers places. It's crazy.
I think I have one more season left in these old bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep saying that every year though. I
He's
end up
82.
playing.
He's 82.
That's really good for his age.
Yeah. Black don't crack.
Yeah, it's. I was shocked when you told me that you had a job. Where as much as you like were around at all the events and doing stuff and volunteering and all that, I was like, what? You have a job too?
Calvin got a job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with COVID though, like before COVID, I was working like 6 days a week, 2 jobs, and then COVID hit, and I was just like one of the only few that knew how to do everything, so they kept me on. But I was only working like 3 days, and that's like a lot of downtime. So
Got 14 job man.
like, yeah, more jobs than a Jamaican.
So how'd you get that work ethic? Is it just kind of something you've grown with, or did your family have that?
I'd say certain people in my family have it, but it's just like growing up, like we couldn't afford like stuff, and like what you guys call thrifting now, that's what we were doing that way back then. It was just like Goodwill shopping, just like never really having name brand stuff. So, but at the age of 13, that's like my first job. I was like maintaining baseball fields, and I started buying my own stuff, and then from there it's just like if you want nice things, you got to work for it.
No.
And it's hard to find people that have that same mentality. Like, if I want to go somewhere, like some friends are like, oh no, I'm broke, or I got the money. It's like, stop wasting it on stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Invest it.
No, it's 100% true. You got a lot of people that complain about not having stuff or not being able to provide for themselves, and they're instead of trying to figure out something that they are passionate about and like make a business out of it. Most people tend to just figure out, okay, what kind of crappy job can I get?
Or ways to cheat the system.
Just or cheat the system. Yeah, that's been a big thing lately.
Like with unemployment, it's like, yeah, it hit hard and people needed it. There was people who didn't need it and just like sat on their butts.
Yeah.
That's they're still collecting it instead of working.
Yeah.
I was in the restaurant industry, and like during COVID, it was hard. Like we'd be, especially now, like we're like 100% occupants, but like less than half staffed. So it's just like there's jobs out there, but people just don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time with the labor market right now.
Yeah.
There's so many industries right now where they are having issues getting people to work. But,
Yeah.
people want more money. They want to be able to at least, and I think everyone should at least be able to, pay their bills and have be able to live off of, one job. You would think that would be a good standard to live by, but I know a lot of people that can't, especially like here's not as bad, but when I was up in the Bay Area, especially like in the city, people could not afford rent without having 2-3 jobs sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's crazy.
But the cool part about COVID is like people really tapped into like their creativity, and it's like all these startups happen. People found out, oh well, I bake. Let's sell cookies, or So that was cool about that though.
100%. Yeah, I was having a conversation with a lady talking about how devastating COVID has been for artists and stuff, and I pushed back on her. I was like, well, I have a different perspective of that, because throughout COVID, I hang out with a lot of artists now, and we all kind of banded together and made it work, and we've actually been doing well through, we were able to survive and push and actually
Start businesses.
Yeah, get businesses going and moving throughout COVID. So, I think people need to hear that as much as they hear, like, oh, COVID's devastated all local businesses and stuff. It's like, well, if you get creative, which is the most important aspect of it, is like you got to think outside the box. And as artists, I think and creators, we've always, tried to think outside the box. So if anything, this is our time to shine and show people there's a way.
I've met so many people lately that have come into the shop, or pretty much come into the shop, and they'll say, I've been wanting to check you guys out. And so many people that just moved here like within the year before COVID hit, right? And so like just starting to try to find your groove and like who your people are. And then the shutdown happens and it's just you and no people. I can't imagine going through COVID that way. I'm very grateful that we got to go through COVID with a place like the shop where people are starting businesses, doing art, learning embroidery, it just would have been a completely different experience without the shop.
100%.
Without having like a community. So
yeah.
I mean, I've lived here my whole life, and it was still a struggle. Like, where's my community? I mean, people are like, tell me about the art scene. I'm like, I don't know anything about it. I mean, now I do, but like, I've lived here for 40 years, and I didn't, But yeah, so it's pretty great that we've all been able to have like a hub to be in,
Yeah, that's been huge. I know for us.
Yeah.
As artists, most of the time we spend just are lonely. I know we talk about it multiple times, the paint parties, doing the online paint parties was just my way of reaching out and actually getting to know the community, And that was huge for me.
And just like talking, even though people aren't talking back, sometimes that's the best. I get to just talk and you can't talk back. But, just like being able to get out of your head and get things out loud, and then, and then watching things like you two collaborate, like you do the labels, those Halloween labels, like how cool are those?
Oh, you get to see the new one. It's
I
right behind
can't
you.
wait. Are they here?
Yeah.
Candyman. It's the newest one.
on the chair.
It's on the chair?
Yeah.
What chair?
The chair right there.
There's 3 wood burnings right in front of you.
Oh my God, got it, okay.
Yeah.
Are we showing
Speaking
them on
of
here?
that,
Okay.
you've done quite a few collaborations. Talk about some of the collaborations you've done. I know you've got Cali Roots.
Yeah. Hold on, let me start from. There's Cali Roots, Hacienda's the newest one. There's the tobacco shop on Alvarado. Definitely Eating is the local clothing line. I'm trying to think what else.
Wow, you got a lot.
Yeah, there's. Sorry if I'm forgetting anyone, but yeah. Cali Roots is the fun one though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you go about, creating these relationships?
The shop.
The shop? Nice.
A lot of people like come in through the shop looking for stuff, and then so I try to like let them create their own sense, but sometimes I have to like intervene. Like, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
I mean, you do know better. Sometimes people get too excited, and then you have to be like, yeah.
What I've learned, like, you can't, especially with candles, you can't only put out what you like. You have to like try to find something for everybody. So if I only put out candles that I like, there would be no floral. Because I do not like floral candles. I don't know. But people love gardenia. Ugh.
He's got a scent called library books, and that's fantastic because there's somebody that needs. I'm like, smell
books,
library
awesome.
books, and it will take you to this place, right? But like,
Yeah.
not everyone's gonna get that, But like, somebody will,
Yeah.
How many different fragrances do you have here?
For my personal, or just in total?
He doesn't let people use his.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you come down to locally lit and make a candle, you cannot make any of my personal ones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can't do it
But
Sorry.
unless he goes and grabs from his personal stash
Yeah.
and lets you have a little bit of it. But so what is it over here in the candle bars?
yeah. So the
We're about to have like 3 times that many, I bet.
yeah, I think we only have about almost 50. But as we grow,
Only.
yeah, as we grow, it's gonna get up there in the hundreds.
Wow.
And you can mix these?
Yeah, you can mix as many as you want.
I was gonna say, how many would you say is like, okay, now it just smells like tutti frutti, you can't even tell what it is,
The most I've mixed is 4.
Okay.
But if you wanted, like, say you wanted a candle that smelled like a bouquet of flowers, You can put every single floral scent in there if you wanted to.
Oh, I see.
But and then some power or some scents overpower, like Palo Santo is one of those, and lavender. So you just gotta like watch the measurements.
Yeah.
That's why when you come to Locally Lit, Johnny's here to
Yeah.
kindly at first tell you that's not going to work, and if you keep pushing it, he's like, it's not going to work. That's fantastic. I love it.
I know Chris made me make he wanted a masculine candle, and it was like gunpowder and tobacco.
Oh man, of course.
Yeah, no one.
Gunpowder and tobacco.
That batch is sitting in the corner somewhere at the shop.
Yeah, I'm like, that
It's-
smells like the Wild Wild West.
It is, yeah. It is horrible.
It's horrible.
The most unique one I did was probably lavender and pineapple. I didn't think it was gonna go together, but it did.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Lavender and pineapple.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is a big pineapple?
The big pineapple, it is.
I got the big pineapple.
It's
He told me immediately you can't have it.
it's pineapple, peaches, cream, and some vanilla. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it smells
That's
good.
cool.
It smells good.
And you've done workshops with him before, right?
Yeah, I get to just hang out.
Yeah.
I act like I'm going to be helpful.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Jess likes to talk, so I just let her talk.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Because, so we, did our opening weekend workshops, and it was really awesome because it just feels good to have the doors open and people can pop in and ask you what's going on. And as soon as people start coming in, you start to see like the space alive. And then you start to picture all these other ways it can be too, right? So the thing I'm most obsessed about in here is this freaking TV that Chris Powers was like, we're gonna put a TV in there, and I got this one, and it was like the first thing over here, and I was like, you guys with the stuff that you find, whatever. And then I find out it's touchscreen,
Yeah.
and we were playing like Pictionary on it during the first workshop, and it was a blast. So I'm like, oh my God, we're having Pictionary night, And then someone says, and then Johnny says, oh my God, I'm gonna bring some of my games over here, because there's some like downtime while you're waiting for things. So I'm like, oh my God, come in here with a bottle of wine if you're over 21. Make your candles, grab Battleship or Jenga or whatever, and just play, and just have like a good time. And so the workshop is really cool because you're talking to people and you're over there it's interactive, you're smelling things, you're checking out the different vessels and all the different dried flowers and all that. But so it's really fun to do the workshop, and then it's really fun to just sit and chat and hang out and have an experience, So yeah, it was fun. And then the foot traffic here during those first workshops, I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people walking on their way to Alvarado as a family, going to eat, on their way back, and so that was really cool to be able to talk to some people from the community.
Yeah, there was only one lady who had something negative to say, but we're gonna show her though. She said, what's going here? And I told her, and she goes, oh, that's not a good business for right here.
Wow.
I can't. As soon as I hear that, I'm like, you're not the right person
Yeah.
for right here.
Yeah.
You're just not lit, lady.
Yeah. I'm very witty and quick on my feet with words. And I wanted to tell her. I bet people thought that about your marriage, but I bit my tongue. I was nice.
That whole thing, that's a whole other conversation. That whole
Yeah.
thing. But I'm like, don't we all just want to see people succeed? I don't know. I guess not everybody does. But I'm like, just everyone be everybody else's cheerleader. We're all.
Yeah.
It's
What are the
just-
chances
yeah.
we're all on this planet in this area at this time
Same.
at the same time? Cheer each other on.
Yes.
We're here.
But
So
also,
I'm glad I didn't hear it.
that just
Like,
adds, I'm just that just adds fuel to the fire.
Oh, I know.
Oh, totally. You do need that.
I'm just
moment to be watch this.
just you wait.
She'll be booking her party soon. Watch.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great to see her walk in?
Yeah. The amount of times when I originally opened the studio in PG, it didn't make sense to anybody.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even my family. I'm sure my family was very, very supportive. I shouldn't say it didn't make sense to my family, but I think a lot of people were like, well, let's see how this goes. And 6 years later, the only thing that shut us down was a worldwide pandemic, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it is, when you're doing something, I think that people don't fully understand or can't fully picture. I'm like, that's when you know you're doing something.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, I don't understand how this is gonna work. That's perfect. I want people not to understand because it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Half the time we don't understand how it's gonna work. We're about to find out, you know, and it evolves and changes and all that stuff. And so, yeah, fuel to the fire for sure.
Definitely. So let's talk about some of the things that are going to be going on here, because it's not just going to be a candle bar. What else are you planning to do with locally lit?
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think we wanted to keep it as somewhat of an open space and have it be sort of a blank canvas, you know, like the painting that you did on the lettering and stuff is kind of like the most we wanted to do, because we would love for it to be a space where like anyone can come in and turn it into whatever they want.
Okay.
So it'll be open, you know, pretty regularly for like retail. We're gonna grow our retail. We have some art supplies, some watercolor and acrylic supplies that I use like with my paint parties and lessons, and then Johnny's candles and incense and that kind of stuff and the accessories. So it'll be open for retail for the candle bar, and then I'm gonna do some watercolor workshops over here and some of the acrylic paint parties. We have some people that have inquired about just renting it out without a workshop, just as like a space for their holiday party or their staff party. Another person was talking about their supper club. So the people do like a supper club once a month, and then my sister and I used to do one. She did one, and I just showed up and ate. But Erica,
That's what I do.
where they were like, "Oh my God, we could just do a long row, like put all the tables in a row, leave it like this, totally decorate the tables, because everyone needs space, you know, and like." So everyone makes their dish and brings it in, and they do their like supper of the month club, you know, where there's like a theme and this, that, and the other. And
Wow.
so there's all kinds of things that people need space for, and so keeping it pretty blank or somewhat blank, like you know what it is when you walk in. Clearly we're doing something with candles, but you can also still picture it being anything you want it to be.
No.
I want Twister Night. We have a nice big space over there for Twister
Yeah.
Night.
I don't think our insurance covers that.
Yeah, we'll need a nice insurance for Twister. Play at your own risk. Johnny, you need to do a Madden tournament in here.
Oh yeah, that's in effect. Madden and 2K, I think.
Just like a place
Oh,
to hang
wow.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
And then-
wide open.
yeah.
There's so
Yeah, I
many
was asking what it
possibilities.
was before, because I'm like, what was this
Yeah.
place?
It was a
before?
dry cleaner, and then it was before that it was an automotive, some sort of automotive.
Yeah,
shop.
the three buildings were connected.
It was Rainbow Cleaners for a long time. People still think it's here. They're like, isn't it still there? I'm like, no, this place has been empty for like 3.5 years.
Oh.
But you know, when you're used to something being there your whole life, you're like, it's still there. I wish it's there. It's like, no, you were there 4 years ago.
Even after
Yeah.
the pandemic, I feel like we're coming out and we're just rediscovering the city that, you know, like all these new things that died, things that were born. you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
definitely.
Candle bar, art lessons,
Event
venue,
space.
creative venue, yeah. And then, you know, there's other things that, workshops that we've talked about too, you know, you can do everything here. Like eventually it could be like a, you know, a DIY menu, right? Do you want to paint on wine glasses? Do you want to make candles? Do you want to, you know, and you can pick and choose what you want to do.
Choose your experience.
Choose your experience, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
could
do
do a
a
wood
kids,
burning.
I mean,
A
yeah.
wood burning wood shop.
Yeah.
Workshop here.
Yeah. So it's cool because, you know, we have the shop where we can do that stuff, but it's such a working shop, and there's all of us are around there, which is great. Like that's what it needs to be. This is like where if we need to do something private, we don't have to change everything around and alert everybody and go, sorry, I've got to take over your space for a minute. You know, like it can just be easier to transform this into what we want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, this is much cleaner.
yeah. And then we're gonna have of
Cleaner
course,
in the sense
t-shirts.
of all the clutter.
Well,
and
of course,
stuff.
we're going to sell T-shirts too.
course.
We'll enter Chris Powers. I'm about to have like a 22-hour plane flight. I'm going to come back and be like, you guys, I have 25 new designs. See if they take any of them. But yeah,
I mean, I'm imagining as this grows, there's gonna be a big wall of like candles and art supplies
Yeah.
going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
And you could have multiple things going on in here at once too. You know, like what a space. Like you could still have people over here creating candles while I'm over there doing it like a watercolor workshop, or you know, like there could be multiple things going on. It doesn't have to be so private all the time, you know, unless somebody wants to book a private party. But
Yeah.
you could bring your group in, and people love experiences and having something to look forward to. So there's like nothing like being like, we're all gonna go make candles on Saturday in 2 weeks, everyone get a babysitter, get a whatever, set it all up, and like your group meets up and just gets to like have 2 to 3 hours of just like hanging out, like it's
Absolutely.
fantastic. Yeah.
So Johnny, what are your goals as far as like with the candles? Obviously, this is a huge step.
Yeah, I'm trying to put Bath and Body Works out the game in candles. That's
I love
goal.
it.
You gotta start doing some body sprays. Remember those when you were 13 and 14?
I was
trying to
gonna
cover up like cigarette smoke and all stuff, and everyone smelled like that hibiscus and whatever flower thing. Oh god, get some body sprays in here.
Yeah.
For my generation, it was like cucumber everything.
Cucumber melon or whatever
Yeah.
that one was. Yeah.
Mine was
melon,
sweet
yeah.
pea.
He was a good one. Oh my god, I can smell it now. He has one scent he does, and I'm like, you need to just call that your middle school boyfriend, because like everybody's middle school smelled like that. It was
Dark.
like,
That's the dark soul.
it's the dark soul. It's like water cologne. It was like all these, eternity or whatever everybody used
Calvin
to wear.
Klein.
Yeah. But anyways, what's your goal? Sorry.
Just be successful. That's like the number one goal. But try to be like the new household candle. Like you really don't see Yankee that much no more.
Right.
Everyone's on Bath and Body Works, which is
That they dominate the
candles?
candle
I
game?
think top candles is like Yankee, Bath and Body Works, and I found out there's a lot of local candle makers around here.
Yeah.
So I could try to like stay at least 10 steps ahead of everybody.
Yeah. Does it feel like there's a lot of competition?
There is no competition. Yeah, there is. It's like at the two
Shots fired.
at the two-day market, I think there's like 3 other candle vendors. One's like directly across from me, and I feel like she'd be spying on me, sending people over. But no, it's friendly competition. I was gonna do a label that was gonna say remixed by Johnny Wick or Johnny Wick remix, where people would like bring me other people's containers and I'd match and make the scent but with my twist. But someone was like, "That's not a good idea. You're gonna start trouble and drama." And I'm just like,
That's kind of a cool idea.
I mean, if you really want to be like, take it,
But it's like I grew up listening to 50 Cent. Like that's like that was his thing. Like he would start beef with someone, and then people would like compare it, and and if you get put out of business, it's not my fault.
What was it, Jay-Z and Nas? That was like the big rivalry when I was like.
When we were kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Nas, and then like it was 50 and Ja Rule, and Ja Rule disappeared.
I mean, just get yourself a
went
lawyer
to fire.
before, and you should be good.
Well, I know I won't get in trouble as long as I don't have their label.
And
Or
it's
if
your
I-
label on top of
Yeah.
their label.
It's all good. Like in my the way I see it is like they'll see my candle and they'll be like, oh, what does the original one smell like? So they go buy the original one. So like we both get business and all that. But.
Well, and you also talked about doing what was it going to be? It's a candle throwdown, but like a candle.
Oh, yeah, but-
almost like
yeah.
chopped, but with candles.
I want to do that. Yeah.
That could
I
be
think
cool.
that would be so fun. Like I think it's kind of like art battle, right?
Yeah.
Like that
Candle battle.
candle battle. The flamethrowers. Come on, let's take it somewhere. What was I going to call
The
the
flamethrowers.
shop October?
Yeah, that would be fun though. We could host it here and just like.
Invite all the
The
candle
shop a
makers.
week contest. That's what I want to do. And I was like, that word doesn't work either. Dang it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like,
always goes crazy.
like Johnny Tricks.
Johnny Trick. So I want him for for Halloween. I'm like, your candles need to change from Johnny Wicks to Johnny Tricks during Halloween. He's all, I'm like, come on.
It's not
They
true.
don't always. They fall flat sometimes.
But I think that'd be cool. Like once a month, to just do like a candle throwdown. And then
King of the Flame.
It's a way
King of the
like
King of the Wick.
yeah,
Wick.
and then it's like
the biggest wick. I mean, that's our contest right
but
there.
like that's
That's a winner, you guys. Come on, that's so much better than Shopoween.
I'm coming up with a shirt that says "Wick size matters."
Yeah, big size matters.
Because like when making a candle, like
Send wick pics.
yeah,
Dang. No one watched this until we come out with this, and now we got.
because like, with candles, like the size of the wick, it determines on like the burn.
This podcast is getting dirty quick.
So good. I love it. Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the contest is so fun.
Yeah, I do want to do like because I know back in the day, they're doing like the bartender throw it out in Carmel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a candle one or
They do the chef's table where they yeah.
So that would be
That's a great idea.
come in, make a candle, and you get voted on fragrance, creativity, and all stuff like that.
And it's cool because as we build our customer base, like Johnny has a huge customer base, right? I have one with paint parties. As locally lit, like as an entity grows that too, we are gonna end up with this community that is just like with the paint parties. I called them the repeat offenders, and I had like a punch card for them, and they still are like, we love it. And I'm like, because you offend repeatedly, and they love that, and like they show up for whatever. I'm like, just trust me, you got to try this. You're gonna love this workshop. If I try something new, or we painted on black flamingos for Halloween, and I was like, just trust me, you guys, and they love that event, So as we grow a base here, having them come in and get to be part of this like candle making battle, like how cool is that? Like the one to beat this month, and you've got like your reigning winner, and like I don't know, I think that's gonna be just.
Yeah. I'm
excited to see who pops up.
And I still have like collections that I haven't put out yet, like my Zodiac ones. I haven't put those out yet. I'm working on an R&B.
That used to be for New Year.
Yeah, I'm working on an R&B line candle collection.
Yes.
So here's the other awesome part about the TV is you can play 90s R&B videos and Johnny will dance to them. It's so it's so good.
We were having a dance party in here before we
waiting on C to show up.
Waiting to see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much you could do with the space. I want to talk a little bit about, because just we're all in the doing the fairs and doing our booth setups together, and I've always really respected that how your booth setup has evolved since I've gotten to know you.
Oh yeah, it changes every week. It's never the same.
Yeah, talk about that, because that is a hustle and a unique, all of it in it of itself, doing the fairs, and I think a lot of artists around here would appreciate learning some feedback on what it takes to have a decent booth setup and how to approach that market.
Yeah, so you guys all go to farmers market, everyone's booth looks the same. We got the tables in the front, the banners if they have banners, and this like that. So every week I was trying to figure out how to display my tables. And the biggest thing is transporting all your materials. You want to bring a lot of stuff, but then if you don't sell it, you got to take a lot of stuff back. So it's determining how much you want to bring, and just catch people's eye. Now my setup it's an open setup where you can walk in the booth and there's tables on the side. And I found these cool little foldable, collapsible table or shelves that I put some of the product on, and then come up with a catchy slogan. Mine's "Get Lit, It Just Makes Sense." And sense with smell sense, and then just I don't know, and then free smells, it's one of my signs says free smells, and then so for Halloween the other sign says Killer Wicks, and it's the Halloween horror collection, but it's just make it appealing.
Yeah.
Try to stand out.
Well, I like how a lot of your design is very simple, but clean.
Yeah.
And
that's because I keep it away from Jess. No polka dots.
The fact that this wall is not polka dot, it's killing me. They really reined me in for this one. But I gotta say, Johnny has great taste, you can tell by his earrings. And but in a way and you're always thinking about it in a way of marketing and what it looks like from the customer, and so it pops. You can do simple and it can stand out.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be the same simple that everybody's doing, It doesn't all need to be chalkboards, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But to still appeal to everybody, but it doesn't have to look like everybody else. And so it's fun to hear him talk about, look at these shelves, or I'm doing this around his farmers market setups. And
if I had nice writing, I probably would use chalkboards, but my writing is worse than kindergarten boys, so it's bad.
Chalkboards are
kindergarten boys.
I have okay writing, and I gave up chalkboards a long time ago. I'm I can't with this.
But you have all the writing down.
No, you got good writing.
If I could use a calligraphy pen on a chalkboard, yeah.
I don't even
I need to make
invent
one.
it.
Yeah, that
I've
could
made
happen.
pins. I
That
need to
can
make
happen.
one, yeah.
Because those signs, what are those signs called with little push pins?
Like the menu board type sign.
Yeah, I hate those things. I'm constantly losing letters, and it's just like if you miss the wrong letter, the message
If
is
there's
all
even-
bad.
yeah. If you drive even over a bump in your car, 5 letters pop off and you're never gonna find it again. Yeah, you got to turn an M into a W because you got too many. You don't have enough M's. And it's like,
Z's
it's
turns
bad.
it's
into
little
N's.
things that you don't think about, but like you got to think about, right?
Yeah.
And that's like it's those like little details when he does setups and stuff like that.
I remember one time the D fell off, and somebody like, "You're missing the D in candle." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, okay." Oops.
Yeah. If
I'm
you're,
sorry.
never mind.
Yeah, I know.
If you're missing the D in the wrong spot,
Yeah.
it's really be an issue.
Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
was
just like,
gonna say.
"What?" Yeah, so it's like just. I hate those little menu boards, but they
Yeah.
look cool though.
They look cool.
Yeah. That's a good point you made though about like when you're setting up for a booth, you gotta think in terms of transport.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's never you load in and you're right there. It's,
No.
You gotta go park 3 blocks away and you gotta bring all your stuff. And that's something I still struggle with because I don't have like a good setup of like bringing in, and I keep building stuff.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, how do I get this over?
Like I'm the king of forgetting stuff, and like lucky for me now, locally it's like right down the street from the farmers market, so I can just run back here.
Yeah, that'll
Like,
be nice
yeah,
for you.
so-
You have a wagon, don't you?
Yeah, but the wagon is 2 trips. And I'd rather just do it all in one. Like I was the kid that brought the groceries in. I'm only taking 1 trip.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure,
no,
for
I would
sure.
die
Got the
before I
bags
come back
going
for a
on.
Yep, you got the bags cutting your fingers. I'm not taking 2
Yeah.
trips.
Half the
Yeah.
stuff breaks by the time you get it. It's fine. All the eggs are broken. It's fine. It was still only one
With
trip.
1 trip.
No, yeah, you do have a good setup.
Thank you.
We were just talking about this yesterday when I was like taking original things to. It's like the transportation, the moving of things get damaged so often. Like
Yeah, especially with the candles. Like the heat is my worst enemy. Like it melts the wax, and like by the end of the day, I'm selling like soy soup, and it's just like then it gets dirty, and then I have to like remelt the candle to get the dirt out. But I found like the restaurant dishwashing thing for cups, it's perfect. It's like to transport the candles in, and they're stackable.
Trays for the yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. What made you decide to go with like soy?
Because I think it's paraffin wax. It's bad for the environment, and it has a weird smell by itself as is. And then beeswax. Beeswax is fun, but it's the melting point. Like it hardens too quick, and it's messy. Like someone
And
donated.
we literally have bees everywhere. I
Yes,
used to do
yeah.
beeswax workshops, and I was like, oh, this is really a thing. Bees flocking into the studio.
Someone donated.
Really?
Someone donated like a bunch of beeswax to me, and like I had to like separate it. Oh, I ruined so many pots.
Really?
Yeah, but it was fun.
it smells really good too when you're working with it.
Yeah, and there's like dead bees in it.
Yeah, I mean, bees and flies love it.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
So soy is just more eco-friendly.
Yeah, but now everyone's like flocking to like coconut wax now, or hybrid waxes, coconut soy.
Interesting.
Once we get bigger,
Gluten-free
yeah,
wax.
yeah, vegan, gluten free. But once we probably get big, we'll expand to like more options for wax. But for now, it's just soy.
Yeah. You really have, I feel like you have to start, not simple, but like in a way where you can be the master of whatever it is you're doing and then like start
Yeah,
expanding.
and I've learned like don't give people options, a lot of options, because it's gonna drive you crazy.
It's gonna drive you crazy, and people
Yeah.
don't actually want as many options as they think they do.
You just said you're gonna have over 100 fragrances.
Well,
That's
way.
different.
Can you imagine if you had to pick between 5 different kinds of waxes, like
Yeah, that's true.
45 types of vessels, and then like 300 scents? Oh my god, you would die.
Yeah. Too many options can be debilitating for people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so with my containers, I mainly stick with black and white, because some people will be like, "Oh, can I get that fragrance in this cup?" Like, no.
Yeah. You want a different color it yourself.
Like your sister should only buy the midnight candle in white.
My sister Sarah,
Yeah,
her
Sarah,
entire, talk about two opposites. I mean, white, gray, maybe a little cream, all throughout her house, very clean and very organized and like amazing. My house, I have like a stove in the living room because it's my entertainment center, and I've got to like, please, stripes on the wall. And so she's like, I just want white candles. I'm like, you found the guy. she loves Johnny for many reasons, but especially like
'Cause the
everyone.
tennis.
Also, his name's not really Johnny Wicks, but according to my nieces, my nephew, and my sisters and my parents, his name is
Johnny
Johnny
Wicks.
Wicks.
Yeah.
No, he's Johnny
Yeah.
Wicks.
I'm like, what's Johnny Wicks?
I'm Johnny, and these are my Wicks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you know, there's been multiple people who have told me about your house is an experience.
It is.
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to come check it out one of these days.
It's quite an experience. I forget it is because I'm used to it, but
Johnny will be right back.
I don't want another ticket.
oh, you gotta go move your
We're
car.
having car ticket issues, so
But good news is we have parking passes now.
Yeah.
Starting right now.
I don't have a car, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, my house I would say is an experience, and my wife, luckily, I actually sometimes have to rein her in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to do an orange living room. She's like, great, let's get the brightest, most obnoxious orange ever. And I'm like, I was thinking more of like a creamy mac and cheese orange. You know, like those are the conversations we have. But
awesome.
there was an old Wedgwood stove that we saw, and I was like, I need that. I'm all, but hear me out. For an entertainment center in the living room, she's like, let's do it. I'm like, yes, let's do it. You know, so it's pretty fun in there. But and then I have so much art in there. I just redid all the art on my walls actually of Avellino's paintings of. I have a couple of Avelinos and like Scott Jacobs and like some prints I picked up from you and like so I have like everybody's art hanging on my walls too, so I'm constantly like redoing that.
That's awesome.
You think there's no more room and it's like, well, we'll
You
find
can
it.
always find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. I painted like a kind of a mural on the living room or the dining room wall because I found a giant frame at Second Chance for like $5, so I hung it from the ceiling so it floats in front of the wall, and then I painted on the wall behind it. So, you know, it's like I treat the shop like I treat my house, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Even it's like, oh, the bathroom. I was like, oh, I'll paint some bubbles on the wall, so I did.
Go for it.
Whatever, you know, it's like whatever. It's just paint. And
Yeah.
paint over it when I'm over it. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Good
Yeah.
mentality.
yeah.
That's how our second bedroom's like our friend's art gallery. Like
Yeah.
everyone, your piece is up there. I have her pieces. Everyone's got some artwork up in there,
Yeah.
so it's like our own.
People are like, "Are these all yours?" I'm like, "No, I don't really know what my paintings look like. Like, I mean, some of them
Yeah.
are, but not really. When I just run out of room or I need to store stuff, it's like I have like a rotating nail on the wall that just like whatever I'm working on goes up there. But
Yeah. Have you hung up my paintings up yet?
One of them's up.
When can we come?
How about you, Johnny Wicks?
I have a wall in my living room that's just full of like my favorite characters. So like Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
So I have like some Ninja Turtle paintings. Stitch did a custom Ninja Turtle piece for me, and it's all the Ninja Turtles, but they have like designer headbands. So like a Gucci,
Oh,
Louis
awesome.
Vuitton. It's pretty
I've
cool.
never seen that.
No?
Uh-uh.
It's on my Instagram. I'll show you.
That's
And then
awesome.
I just buy like random Black Panther stuff, and I have the first one you did. I haven't put the second one up yet. That's about it. And then like the Panthers on my mantle, but we're not talking about them today.
Panthers a team?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They're a football team.
Yeah,
Well, who? Never mind. I've heard of them.
they have their own issues right now. But I want to put more art up.
Yeah. I seen C's room. She's got my owl up. That's all I saw. I just saw my owl. I was like, oh. It
Yeah.
looks so good. She got lights around it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make C's line a clothing series. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, she needs to put those animals on
Oh, my
shirts.
I am. I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have those.
So good.
I have to release those Halloween ones. I have new crew necks, but I haven't posted it yet.
Well, you're still doing clothing then?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Every once in a while. He could just kill it with just the clothing. People are like, give me more.
Yeah.
But that's such a monster too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're those. I was wearing them yesterday.
I was gonna say C's like one of your models because she's always wearing your
And
stuff.
yesterday's one was like, oh my god, I love your pants. And I was like, Shop Monterey, come through. She's like, I've been meaning to go there. And I'm like, come check us out. She's like, oh, you work there? I'm like, sure. She's
Yeah.
like,
No, we gotta
Come
that
get your
stuff
merch.
over here. I did a little animals It says the Basic Boys, and it's like a little
Oh, yeah.
baby like hedgehog and a raccoon and what's the
Was
other
it a turtle?
one? Is it a squirrel?
I think it was
I think it might be a squirrel.
squirrel.
But anyway, I was like, this could be your kid line, or also like any basic person will wear. I will wear this. Like I will wear this. It's like all your little basic woodland creatures that everybody loves, you know. And I'm like, people, anything Basic Boys, any of Johnny's stuff, it's people love it.
Where'd that name come from?
just being basic, just be yourself. Like, you know, like when you're growing up, like you try to find out who you are, and like everyone influences you, and like all you do, like all jocks are supposed to be a certain way, or you know, all like the nerds and the basic people. It's just like just be yourself, just be basic. Like who cares if they talk shit? I was one of those oddball jocks. I was in yearbook.
Yearbook.
I was in yearbook.
Interesting.
You were like part of the yearbook team?
I was part of
He's
yearbook.
a journalist.
That's cool.
Of course, I did football
journalist.
pages, but yeah. I was in. Yeah, I did yearbook. I did home ec in middle school.
I did home ec.
awesome.
Yeah. I didn't like woodshop. Too many people were losing fingers.
I did woodshop too. I did home ec and woodshop. 2 different years.
A lot of those, like, they don't have that stuff nowadays, really.
No.
I was talking with somebody about woodshop and home ec quite a few times last week to different people, and I was like, I don't know, woodshop, like you learned how to like cut a pencil line in half with a saw. Like that was a thing. That was like what my woodshop teacher was like known for, and he taught us all how to like get that precise, right? And then the next semester you make an apple crumble streusel thing, like, right? And I remember I had this book of recipes of like basic stuff. We did like little tortilla, cinnamon and butter roll-ups and stuff like, I mean, it's stuff that, and then it was like you make it for your family when you go home, and they just don't do that.
They need to make a reality show where they get kids from this generation and put them in an environment that we grew up in
Oh
and see.
God, give them one of the locations we used.
I mean,
to
they
go.
were
No, just
trying to do that.
in general though, just like going through the stuff we had to go through. It's like,
I'm like,
how many kids
this-
nowadays can ride the bus
Take away MapQuest and Google Maps and all that,
Yeah.
and ask them how do you drive to Fresno.
or just ride
You
the
have to
bus?
like look it up, like dial up. I don't know if you guys remember.
I mean-
like dial up, print it out,
It was
and then you
Map-
have to like
yeah, it was
read
MapQuest.
it in paper. But it was like.
Oh wait, you
not
guys
on your
didn't just
phone.
use maps?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, I
that
just-
old.
No, that's my mom's generation. We had like
I
written
use
directions.
I still have a map in my car
Yeah.
of California at the very
I-
least, just in case.
I love cutting up maps and like turning it into other art and all these
Like-
little nostalgic things. You know, but,
Give them dial-up internet.
oh God! And then throw in some chat rooms in there. That
Oh,
stuff got
God.
I mean, just take away the phone
That
and
got
internet for a couple days.
I mean, have you guys seen Pen 15 at all?
Bro, yeah, that show. Like, that's another thing. Like these shows nowadays, like it's just like we'll take like a middle school, high school show. It's just like these kids are in high school going to bars, drinking drugs, and all
Pen
this
15
stuff.
is
I'm
about
just like-
middle school.
Yeah, have you seen the second season?
And the second season? Yeah, I've seen both of them. They're middle school.
No, there was one season. It's got all weird when it went to like, I don't know. It's just
I got.
Well, that was yeah. Just in terms of like reminiscing of like
yeah.
the internet being a thing, talking on like all these,
Yeah.
even the phone being that clear phone from the '90s that you used
Right.
to talk
Oh my
on.
God, I love
I don't know. I was just like,
the Swatch phone.
I feel like I'm like I just seen all this. Where have I seen all this? Oh,
Yeah.
this show.
Yeah. I do know this. I remember sending a picture to a friend. I don't even think it was in another state. It was like down the street, and it took 4 days to get there. I mean, it was like a scan, and then you know, and then the noise, and then someone gets on the phone and interrupts the scan and the thing, and it was like, and then it comes out all grainy, and they're like, "Got it!" Like 4 days later, you know.
Or the girls would go to like the mall and take the glamour shots and then like pass them out to everybody.
Oh my God! Where's my phone? All mine just popped up on a timeout. I
they
looked
have those
older
fun
in my glamour
backgrounds?
shots.
Yeah.
I look like a middle-aged woman in my glamour shots, and I was 12.
And that was the thing, like
That
that was the
we
thing,
do
like
now.
they go home, like write notes to everyone, pass them out, and like if you didn't get one, you'd be like, fuck, I didn't get one.
I know. So true. I have a stack
And you're
of
like,
them.
you have a whole
Like,
binder.
They were all folded, all weird, and like
Yeah.
a hockey puck, and like all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
that part. No one gave me a glamour shot.
Oh my God! I have one where I'm in a fedora, one where I'm a biker, you guys, and I'm in all denim, and like the collars pop, and they never did the back of your hair. So if you turned too much, you'd see that the back of your hair's not done. And then I had a red boa. My mom was like, she loves red, so they made me look like a lady in a saloon in a red. I mean, I looked older than my mom in these things. It was amazing. Northridge Mall.
I never did that, but I got them.
Yeah.
Like I would get, I never. I think the
They were
only
like trading
Like
cards.
little Pokemon
I have a
cards.
stack of
Wow.
them.
You need to hold back the one outfit that no one had
I-
seen
I
yet. You're all,
literally-
and then here's this last one, denim with studs. Like,
But that's
oh my god,
Some of
totally.
these people are like, who? Like you don't remember their name. Like you're like you vaguely like I must.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I show people the pictures now, they're like, that's inappropriate. I'm like, I know. I mean, they made me look like, they're like, how old are you? I was like 11 or 12. They're like, oh my God. I know. And parents were all about it. They're like, yeah, climber shots.
Yeah, I mean, if you see these dancers and stuff, what
I
they
know.
dress them up in, and the amount of makeup that they put on
Oh,
these
it's
little
nuts.
girls is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
that's not another
People say like, you look younger
podcast.
than you are. I'm like, it's because I don't wear any makeup. Like, put all that shit on, and you're like 25 years older.
I remember in high school, I used to
Some
walk
people know how
around,
to do it correctly.
walk around with the towel on. Someone when they hug you, they want to put their face on makeup on your face. You had to have the towel.
Yeah,
You ruined my white teeth.
yeah. I remember that a lot.
What a
Getting
move,
a
Johnny.
lot.
Just walk around the towel because all the ladies want to hug me.
No, just,
It's true though. The makeup would get on your
the makeup would get on
clothes.
your shirt.
That happened quite a bit.
Oh my
funny.
God.
How did we even get to this point?
I don't know.
We've gone down some wormholes
We were
on
talking
this
about
one.
art on walls and then it turned into
I
this.
love it.
Into nostalgia from back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the next candle. Who knows?
I was gonna say.
That's pretty. That's crazy too. Like with candles, there really is no ceiling for what you can do. Like it just goes everywhere. You can make a candle for basically anything. So that's really cool.
Like I wanted to have a candle for like every business. But like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a Mexican food candle, like a cilantro tomato or something like
no.
that.
Don't make it sound like
Cilantro,
cilantro.
Pico de gallo scented candle.
Nachos.
Yeah.
Nacho
Jalapeno.
candle. Nacho jalapeno.
I mean, yeah. I can do like breakfast line like
Walk
bacon.
in with a pozole candle.
Well, if you don't call it nacho mine,
Pozole scented candle.
then I'm not into it. Yeah.
Nacho
It's not
meal.
called nacho mine.
Menudo candle.
Well, speaking of that,
I'm like, what
it's
are
like
you-
it's annoying when people call scents flavors. Like I hate that.
Is that
what?
a thing?
It's a thing. People call like, oh, what flavor is that candle? I don't eat it.
You guys have got, I don't know if you're on Facebook. Johnny on Facebook, I'm like, what? Like, it'll be like, Johnny Foster commented on, whatever. And I'll look and someone will say, like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, are these your fall flavors? And his comment is just, if you want flavors, go to Starbucks. If you want scents, that's what I have. And then there's no like punctuation. There's no like LOL. I mean nothing. And I'm like,
To be fair, I knew the lady.
I'm just saying.
She does it to get under my skin.
I'm like, okay, so the flavor situation bothers him. I'm like that.
I do want to try to make like an edible candle though.
Oh my god, yeah. Isn't soy?
So it's edible, but it's the fragrance that's probably not edible. Because like my cake eater, it really smells like cake.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that because I'm like,
It smells, yeah. Someone said they lit it and their 5-year-old son was running around the house like, where's the cake? Where's the cake?
yeah, that one smells so
There's no
good.
cake, there's no cake.
Edible candle.
Why would you want to eat your candle?
Because I know,
April Fool's Day.
just make little cupcakes that look like candles. Well,
Or little candles
Because I'm
that look
thinking
like
an edible candle isn't like where are you gonna like eat it and light it at the
like,
same
like the
time.
wax, like, because I know we're like me and
You just wanna dip your
Eclipse
finger in
Creations
there
are gonna do
every
like
time?
massage candles.
What did you say? Massage candle?
Yeah, massage candles.
Oh
It's
yeah,
about to
yeah.
get weird.
Yeah.
I mean those are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are a thing.
Definitely a thing.
See, those are a thing, you guys. They're a thing. Got it. She's all, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
So season to that.
Who's not into massages? Let's be real.
I mean, Johnny's gotten into some, I'm not going to say he's gotten into some weird stuff, but some of the conversations, he's like, yeah, so, someone wants to drip wax
Oh,
on
yeah.
me. And I'm like, what? What's that? For like a photo shoot, I'm all,
It's
a
a-
photo shoot. Yeah.
I'm thinking like it's I don't know, an edible candle.
I don't know, it could be a thing, who knows?
Like, yeah, I don't know.
everyone when they were younger, they used to stick their finger in the wax.
Well, that's
everyone
what
used to
I'm
do
saying. Like,
it.
it's just like.
And then when it hardens, it could be like a little piece of candy.
I mean, it could be like the birthday
I
candles.
guess I could.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta think
So
about.
you light the
Oh.
candle and then you eat it.
But for April Fools,
Yeah,
I've seen on TikTok where they're putting like the firecracker in the candle, and people are like, I want to do that, but I don't want to be responsible for any like lost hands or
Yeah, I
anything.
don't know about that one.
Well, you've got to be able to put the wicks in there that don't blow out from like the candles that don't blow out, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
Gotta be
can.
able to find some of those.
But I think the firecracker one would be funny.
Just sell it with a warning label.
Yeah.
As long as it's not an M80.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, it'd be those little cheap little poppers.
Popper.
Oh my god.
I think that'd be funny.
All right.
Or like a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A smoke bomb or a stink.
What like a colored
Stink
one
bomb,
at
yeah.
least?
A
Something.
fragrance bomb.
I was thinking about doing like gender reveal candles.
A what?
Gender reveal.
Gender's an illusion, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Gender's an illusion. It's
I
a social
forgot.
construct.
I was
It doesn't
gonna
mean
s-
anything.
We're in 2021.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I know. People are like, we're gonna find out what the baby. I'm like, your baby's gonna tell you exactly
you
who
don't
they
even-
are when they grow up. You don't need to put this on kids. Yeah, I get all. Don't even get me started.
I know. I was gonna say.
My
don't even
sister
get
and I
me
go
started
off.
out.
Yeah. My sister and I are like.
Scratch that. Scratch that.
That's
Yeah.
for another podcast.
Yeah.
But anyways, do what you want. It's fine. I want you to do gender reveal candles, and then it reveals a message that just says,
I am what I am.
yeah.
No,
It
they
doesn't
should
matter.
be. They should be like yellow or green or purple.
Well, yeah, do the color that they want. But if you wanted a, not gonna
Anything
speak
but
on
blue
What
and
a
pink.
candle that changes color.
I mean, that
Just the changing color.
I haven't mastered that yet.
I used to love those like surprise candles. You know, they came in like a pyramid,
Yeah, I can do
and
that.
then as you burn it, little gems and stuff like come out, like little
What?
trinkets. It would
I've
have like
never
8
heard of
little
this.
surprises in it. There'd be like a little brass elephant, and there'd be like, yeah, it would like you just throw a bunch of surprise shit in there
So
that doesn't melt.
with the Saturday morning cartoons, I was gonna put little toys
Yes.
in it. So by the time
Yes.
but then,
Like the cereal box.
yeah, like
toys?
cereal box. But then like I couldn't find the right.
Oh my
the
god!
right
I mean,
toy
I don't want to
put
say
in
this
there.
on the podcast because I don't want to put it out there, but
I'll talk
I'm
about
gonna
it.
tell you later. I have a fantastic idea. Stay tuned, you guys. We're about to blow up.
And then eventually I'll probably do like some of the candle molds, like the body shapes and stuff like that. But that's not gonna be until like later on.
Yeah.
That would be
yes.
that would be
Shapes.
cool. Have
That's
different
that's the
shapes
ne-
and
that's
stuff.
the next thing that I'd be thinking with. I'm like, what's
So that's what we were gonna do
So
at the
you'll make you
lab.
the molds.
I know
Sculptor.
we've talked about this a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
that's yeah.
Almost
like,
fine.
Wearable wax.
Wearable wax.
Wearable wax.
All right, that's going back into like the dripping on the bottom.
Yeah.
You could get weird with that one.
I'm all like the rock star molds they used to make.
You can do. Oh, we're just throwing ideas. I'm like.
I
90
know.
minutes
So this is just the ideas for candles podcast.
I mean, truly, it's just like it really just says how much you can really do.
Yeah, with
with
candles,
this,
like you
yeah.
can do. It's sky's the limit with candles.
Yeah, possibilities are endless.
Engagement candles.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a Christmas tree candle for Christmas.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
With little presents inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that fall out. That is so cool. I'm like the pyramid idea. I'm like that is like I want one, and
These were like such a thing when I was a
pineapple
kid. And,
yeah. Like,
And it took like hours and hours and hours to burn. So it wasn't like you just burn it in one shot and get all your toys out of it. It was like
Well,
it took a while.
I have these regulars that come every week and they burn their candles every week. I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, they literally play nonstop. I mean, if I have a recycle program, if you bring the container, I'll give you a discount. But every week they, we're done. I'm just like,
Kristen's friend Abby lived here. You
Oh,
would be
she's-
getting.
yeah.
You would be
She put
getting
me out of
her every
business.
day.
There must be a cupboard.
I know. I say a lot of witching going on. A lot of spells being cast over
Yeah.
there.
Shout out to Abby because I know she's watching this. We
She's-
can't wait to get you in here for your own workshop.
I'm gonna have to cap her on how many candles she can make.
I know she's got to get in here for a workshop.
Yeah, we already got it in the works.
Yeah.
Mid-November. Abby, come down.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, this place looks great.
It's
I
lit.
think you guys are going to be very successful with it. I'm glad that you let me actually paint something, because I was talking to Jess first. I'm like, you gotta let us paint something in there.
I'm like, they want nothing.
And then,
No.
then Johnny.
No, it's not. We didn't want nothing. We didn't want polka dots.
I wanted to do this wall in 100 different shades of white. Little squares, this optical illusion, this whole thing. It would have been the talk of the town, but it's fine. I'll take it to my next business.
We gave you the chairs.
Yeah, so I got to do the chairs instead, which I'm looking for a PR team for these chairs because they're going to be pretty.
These are the ones you just found, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Last Chance Mercantile in Marina.
Okay. Yeah, I really liked how when you're open, especially how I've seen how the shop was open and now here, and like just the bouncing of ideas between you guys. I really like how that works, and you know, just being able to work together and use each other's ideas and come to a common ground and make a successful business. I mean, the shop is basically, that is what makes the shop run, is just all the creativity in there and just how it constantly evolves. You know, I got to shout out C because she's been taking care of that trading post.
Really,
lately.
yeah.
And,
It's amazing.
Eating all the gumballs.
yeah.
That's right.
Hey, that's my secret.
It's okay. I ate all the Skittles. Nobody likes the runts.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
So what other, is this it for now, locally lit in the shop, or are you still building the empire?
This is it for a while. Give us 8 months and then we're going to figure something else out.
Oh, well, I lied. Hacienda is also on the,
Oh, yeah.
there.
That'll be opening soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Niall soon and see what's going on
If
over
you can,
there.
if you can get them.
I know. I'm
he's a
going to talk to
ghost.
Miles soon, too.
You like catching water.
Yeah, he's a ghost. Niall, if you're out there,
He popped in here the other day. It was so good to see him.
I think he's in Mexico now.
Now he's in Mexico. Yeah, I said, what are you up to? He never mentioned he was leaving for Mexico like 12 hours later, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
But it's awesome. We got a lot of cool things going on with our crew between locally lit, Hacienda, and the shop. Let's talk about some things that are coming up. We got T's art shows coming up next month in November.
The color
shop.
experience.
The Color Experience.
Oh my God, it's going to be so awesome.
I'm really excited for.
I
That
can't
guy's got
wait.
some big pieces and
Yeah.
he's very colorful.
Little guy with big pieces.
Reserve your time slot at theshopmonterey.com and we have VIP upgrade options. In December, we're going to do a shop group art show. You guys remember that?
No.
I totally forgot
What are
about
we
it.
gonna call it?
Two. It's Silent Night.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why,
Right?
that's why you didn't hear about it.
So there's going to be a couple pieces from each person. I'll just decide right now. We'll decide what we're going to do. There's going to be a couple pieces from each person.
There's gonna be a silent
Themed
auction.
Silent Night, and there's gonna be a silent auction. That was the whole reason why we.
That's
okay,
right.
it's all
That's
coming
right.
back to
I
me.
remember.
That'll be in December.
Okay, cool.
We have locally lit, open for candle making and shopping.
There will be a Christmas workshop eventually.
We're gonna have several like holiday workshops going on here. Yeah.
We got
Gingerbread making again.
the Halloween one coming up this
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Wicks and Treats, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Wicks and
He's
Treats.
all yeah. Right now, I just
Wicks and
you
treats.
just came up with the name. Perfect.
I did,
And how do they sign up for that?
JohnnyWicks.com has the tickets, and just pick your time slots for all any of the 3 days.
Perfect.
Cool. Something to do that weekend. And the situation is also the raffle situation for your.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
happening at
So
that time.
Starting Monday, we'll blast it all over all our social media. But yeah, we'll have a raffle going on the whole week for all the horror themed candles, and then we'll have the 3 originals that we'll be throwing. Maybe we can do that on the shop too.
Yeah.
Have the raffle going.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going to Greece.
Oh right.
I
Wait.
need to give
that's-
Arsenio the sign. I need to give you a sign in for the shop. Chris will do it in the stories, but not. Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
talk about
figure
that
it
later. Yeah.
Okay, what else do we got going on?
Oh, we're gonna be at Night Market 831.
That's right.
Arsenio's gonna be running
That's
the
right.
paint party booth, like a
Yep.
freestyle type paint party. You just pop in, sit down, paint whatever you want.
Come paint with me.
Arsenio's there to tell you how to mix colors. He'll be painting. You can like sit down by yourself with a drink and some food, or with some friends or whatever, and like that is
This is
such
at the
a
art
fun
park,
way.
yeah?
It's at the art park.
And I'll be
November
doing
5th.
I'll be doing live candles I'm encouraging people to bring their own recycled containers from,
Oh, people can make candles?
yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, just bring old containers. It could be a pickle jar, a jelly jar, doesn't matter. Just as long as it's not plastic.
Aluminum or
Yeah.
glass.
You can do aluminum,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
If you got a beer can you want, we can do a beer can.
Ooh.
White Claw.
White Claws, Truly, you
Yeah,
can do
White
it.
Claw, come at me.
Ooh, I may have to think of a container to bring over.
I think the
Yeah.
funniest one I did was the Old English, a tall can for
That's
someone.
cool.
So we bring a Colt 45.
Yeah.
Cobra.
That's awesome.
All right, so yeah, that's November 5th. Will be the 831 night market. Super excited for that. What else we got going on? Next, what is that? Right before that, it's going to be the City Spark. And,
Oh, right.
And
It's at the same place.
yeah,
huh?
GNC will be set up there as
GNC?
well. GNC.
GNC. When is this? I should put this in my calendar.
I know.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm
The
not,
weekend before that. Good. Right?
I don't know.
Oh, God. It's all good.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
Figure that out.
But look up Art Park, City Spark, Instagram. There's several of them. Night Market 831 has an Instagram now, City Spark, and then all of us will have it all posted on our social medias too. My entire life is organized by Instagram.
I hate social media.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy.
I got like 4 accounts.
I do too.
I don't even use my personal one no more.
I have a secret one no one knows about. There's nothing exciting on it. It just,
Don't worry, that's secret.
well,
But some purple eyes hair.
it was back from my drinking days. It
Yeah,
got weird.
Now I gotta find it.
now I'm intrigued.
That's a
So
secret.
anyways,
Well, have fun in Greece.
thank
Yeah.
you.
How long are you going to be gone?
I'm gone for a little more than 2 weeks.
Wow.
So I'll be back on. I think I'm coming back the night of the 5th, like really late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of weird with the time change. I'm still trying to figure out what day I'm actually. It's like I gain time when I come back, I lose time when I go there, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah.
We'll have a blast. I can't wait to see what you paint.
No. Me too. Who knows? It's a real crapshoot. I don't know. We'll see.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Johnny, all the best success with this new venture.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something here.
We'll see what
It's
happens.
gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool. I'll be in here with Kristen and Abby. Check it out.
Abby. We just give Abby a key.
Yeah,
We should put me out of business.
yeah. When she comes out, you're definitely gonna need a lot of candles on stock.
I know I gotta make some
Cool.
today.
Cool. See, we got some murals coming up, so stay tuned for us. We're gonna be out there in the community. We got some big ones. Can't speak on it yet, but we got some big ones
Oh, yeah. Keep your
coming
eye.
up. So La Neta is gonna be back on some walls,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll get another podcast in here soon, hopefully next week. So thanks for tuning in. This has been the Shopcast from Locally Lit. If you're in Monterey, come check it out. Come get a workshop in. Make yourself some candles and come say hi to Johnny.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you all again next time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thank
Joey.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Like, you better turn that camera around on yourself and wave to everybody at the end of all the podcasts, Joey.
Johnny, do you remember how we met?
Yep, I didn't want to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up.
I was gonna talk about that, but they both don't want to talk about
I know. I was like, I want to wait till afterwards. But I was like,
I remember.
freaking bar mill.
Wasn't that when we? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we met in bar mill.
Yeah, that TV episode.
That was fun. I went all over the place.
Oh, I know. We met through your ex booth day.
Yeah. We were dancing. You were dancing. And we were all on the dance floor at bar mill. We were
I
all
remember
dancing.
you were like, what the fuck is this guy? Like,
Oh no, never. I just have that face.
she was like, am I gonna have to beat him up trying to hit on my girl?
No, never.
Everyone thought we were together. Everyone thought we were sleeping together. It was
Oh
funny.
really?
Yeah.
At the Wait, what do you
in
get
general,
for it?
from school to work, everyone's like swore we're sleeping together.
Oh, really?
I'm like, she is a straight lesbian.
Um,
Lesbianist. She don't want me.
yeah,
The forest.
the forge, thank you, yeah. There, she told me about the rat problem there.
Oh yeah, the rats.
Yeah, remember I was telling you, I was like, Steph and Johnny were.
One day, like they had like things. So